Jake Thompson had a dream. He wanted to create the world's best running shoes, but life kept throwing obstacles in his way. No matter how hard he tried, it felt like the universe was testing his patience and determination. From a young age, Jake was fascinated by shoes. His father was a shoemaker in a small town, and Jake spent hours watching him craft each pair with dedication. Jake believed that shoes were not just about fashion. They could change lives. They could make athletes run faster, jump higher, and push beyond their limits. At 22, Jake designed his first shoe. It was lightweight, strong, and comfortable. He was sure it would be a game changer. Filled with excitement, he approached investors and companies, hoping someone would believe in his vision. But rejection followed him everywhere. "Your design is too ambitious," they said. Big brands already dominate the market. Some even laughed at him, saying a small-town boy like him could never compete with the giants of the industry one by one. Doors kept closing, but Jake refused to accept defeat. He knew that failure was just another step towards success. Without giving up, he used all his savings, took a small loan, and started making shoes in his garage. He spent days and nights perfecting his designs, handcrafting each pair with care. He managed to sell a few shoes to local runners, but the sales were not enough to keep his business alive. Soon, he ran out of money. The bank took his car, his landlord kicked him out of his apartment, and he was left with nowhere to go. For a brief moment, Jake thought, maybe they were right. Maybe he was chasing an impossible dream. But deep down, something inside him whispered not yet. So he picked himself up and found a job at a small shoe store. He wanted to understand the market better. He observed what customers liked, what they disliked, and what they truly needed. He spent 2 years learning and refining his designs. Then came his next big move. He decided to take his shoes to a marathon, but not as a seller. He knew he couldn't afford big marketing campaigns, so he did the only thing he could think of. He stood outside the marathon, handing out free pairs to runners. Most ignored him. Some took the shoes, but never wore them. But then one runner, Ryan Carter, decided to give them a try. A month later, Ryan won a major regional race. Wearing Jake's shoes, news spread like wildfire. The unknown brand that was making waves in the sports world. Suddenly, runners were asking about his shoes. Orders started coming in. And for the first time, Jake felt he was on the right path. His next challenge was production. He had been making each pair by hand, but now he needed a factory. Still, no investor was ready to take the risk. So Jake did something crazy. He sold everything he had, including his father's old workshop, and used the money to produce the first official batch of his shoes. He launched them online, and within weeks, they sold out. Runners loved them because they were affordable, high quality, and built for performance. The same investors who once rejected him now came knocking on his door. Jake partnered with a company that shared his vision, and together they expanded Thompson Athletics. In just 5 years, it became one of the top brands in sports footwear, competing with the giants who once doubted him. But Jake never forgot the struggles, the nights he spent sleeping on a friend's couch, the times he was told no, the moments he questioned himself. He knew that success had come not because of luck, but because he refused to quit. His story became an inspiration to many, proving that no dream is too big and no failure is final success. Comes to those who keep going, no matter how many times they fall. So whenever you feel like giving up, remember Jake Thompson. Your breakthrough might be just one step away.